Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be finally doing the Dollar Tree challenge. This video will be a full face makeup tutorial using only dollar store products. A couple days ago, I went to the Dollar Tree by my house to get some of the makeup products. Unfortunately, there was a few things that were not there. For example, there was no concealer, so I had to buy a lighter shade foundation, which means I bought 2 shades of foundation. And also there weren't any eyeliner, black eyeliner. So I had to get a darker shade of eyeshadow, and I'm going to try to smoke out my eye just to give that smoky look. It's funny because a couple months ago, this Dollar Tree by my house just opened up. So prior to that, I didn't even have a Dollar Tree store near my house or even near my area anywhere. I am so excited and kind of nervous to do this challenge because I usually or never use dollar store makeup products. I usually just buy lip balm or lip gloss by brands like Nivea and Aquafina. But I'm also excited to do this challenge to see how I look at the end, and I know a lot of beauty gurus have done this challenge, so that's why I want to try it out myself. So if you want to see how I look at the end of this tutorial, then keep watching. Okay, so here is my bag full of makeup goodies by Dollar Tree store. I just want to mention for this makeup tutorial, at the store there weren't many makeup brushes, only like small eyeshadow brushes, so I did pick them up, but I will be using some of my normal everyday brushes as well. First off, I found these makeup wedges. I thought I would use these to apply my foundation instead of using my normal foundation brush. Surprisingly, this was the last one there. There was another kind, but it didn't look as spongy or as thick as this one, so I decided to pick up the very last one that was there in the store. Also, these are the 2 brushes that I got that I only saw at the store. It's basically a crease brush that I would use for my crease when I'm applying the eyeshadow, and just another normal eyeshadow brush that I would use to apply the eyeshadow on top in the middle of my eyes. Alright, so let's get started. So first off, these are the 2 foundations that I got. I got in Creamy Beige and True Beige. The True Beige is a little bit lighter, so I will be using this as my under eye concealer. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, there were no concealers left in the store. And then this is the Creamy Beige, which I'm gonna try to use all over my face. I hope it works out. So this is the product right here. It is by LA Colors. I'm gonna be using, these are the sponges that I will be using. They're just cosmetic wedges. You can use them pretty much for anything, for foundation, concealer. Alright, so I will be going in with the foundation, which is called the Creamy Beige, and we're gonna see how it looks. So it looks a little bit off from my skin tone, but I think it's not that bad, but I think we can kind of work with it. Oh boy, to be honest with you, there's like no coverage at all. Okay, so if you look a little closely, I did put just a thin layer of the foundation, and it barely gave me any coverage, so I'm going to put a lot more and see how it builds up. Okay, I feel that these cosmetic wedges aren't quite working. I feel like they're just sucking up all the foundation, and it's just barely even covering up my face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try using my fingers. Oh my. Oh. Okay, so the fingers aren't quite working as well. I'm actually going to go in with my foundation brush, but that's it. I'm going to be still using all the dollar store makeup products. It's just going to take all day if I continue using my fingers, or just using that wedge is just going to take way too long. So I will be using my Sigma F84 angled kabuki brush for applying the foundation, which I usually use all the time to apply any kind of foundation. So as you can notice, I've been applying layers and layers of this foundation. It's not the greatest. So if you look a little closely, I did have to use a lot of layers of this foundation, and it still don't have a full coverage look. So next I will be going in with the lighter foundation as my concealer, and I got it in True Beige. I'm thinking I'm thinking to use the wedges to spread out my concealer or the foundation under my eyes. It is definitely lighter, which is good news, I guess. I'm going to put a little bit more on just to get a little bit more coverage going on. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it is definitely helping. The lighter foundation is definitely working because it is lighter around the eye area. And I'm just tapping it out with the wedge, and honestly I think that is the best thing I can do. I'm going to try to put it on my nose as I usually do, just in the normal areas around my nose, above my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin and my forehead. Okay, so basically I'm done putting the two different shades of foundation, one for my entire face and one for concealing purposes. Next, I'm gonna go in with my powder. I was very lucky because there was only a few powders, finishing powders left in that location that I went to. So I got this one by LA Colors. It is the pressed powder compact, and I got it in beige, which was the middle color that they had there. So I don't know if you can really see, but it's a little bit wobbly. But here's the color. I think it's pretty much the closest to my skin tone. It does come with this little sponge applicator, which I'm going to use for this because I didn't buy any brushes, face brushes, or even powder brushes, nothing. There was no kind of big brushes. It was all eyeshadow brushes. So I'm going to be using this little spongy that came with it. I'm just going to put it all over my face. Okay. So it's not so bad. Right now I'm just going over under my eyes just to set all that foundation. Okay, so now I'm gonna go all over my face. It's actually not that bad. It is pretty close to my skin color. Alright guys, so I just finished applying the powder, the pressed powder. Not too bad, but again, it is from the dollar store, so you can't expect high quality or really good coverage. Alright, so next I will be going in with my eyeshadows. I got this palette again from LA Colors in Chic. It's more of like purpley, pinkish tones. I actually kind of regret getting this one. I feel like I should have got the more brownish, beigey colors, but you know what? We're gonna work with this one and we're gonna try to make it work. Alright guys, so just before I start using it, this is how it looks inside, and it does come with one of these mini brushes. I don't know, I might use it just to, when I'm doing the darker, when I'm using the darker shadow just to smoke out my eye, I might use this. But for the other eyeshadows, I think I'm just going to use the two eyeshadow brushes that I got from the dollar store. The first color that I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's as my transitioning color. Oh yeah. I barely touched my eye and it's already coming out really frosty. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just using this color as my transitioning shade, and I'm not feeling this brush at all. I might have to go in with my usual transitioning brush that I usually use for blending and applying my transitioning colors. Yeah, no, not working with me. I'm going to be going in with my usual one, which is by Q. You can get at Shoppers Drug Mart. They are amazing. It's an amazing brand of brushes, and this is pretty much what I use to do all my blending and to even put in my transitioning colors in my crease. I absolutely love this brush because it's nice and fluffy and it picks up a good amount of your eyeball or your eyelid. Not your eyeball, your eyelid. So what I'm doing is just going in, using this putting this into my crease and just using it as my transition shade. I'm not going right into my brow bone area, but just below it. I hope I don't look crazy at the end of this, but whatever. Next, I'm going to be going in. I'm going to go back with this dollar store brush because it is much thinner. I actually want to get really inside my crease, so I'm actually going to use it, and I'm going to go in with a much darker purple, which is right down here, and I'm going to darken up my crease. Not really picking up on the brush, so I'm gonna have to really pack it on there. I'm just going right into my crease. That's all I'm doing, just to kind of darken it up a little bit. And as you can see, the brush is not the greatest either, so I really got to pack it on there because the brush is barely picking up any of the product. Alright, so I'm going to be going in with this mini brush that came with the eyeshadow kit. And I'm going to be going in with this really light eyeshadow color, which is like a lighter purple, and I'm going to apply it all over my lids. I'm gonna go in with my fingertips, because sometimes applying the eyeshadow is much more easier and it goes on much more smoother because your fingertips are warm and it warms up the eyeshadow, makes it more creamier, and it glides on much more smoother on your eyelid. Alright, so that's good for that. Surprisingly, I couldn't find a dark eyeshadow, and if you look at my previous videos, I don't touch my eyebrows. I like the way they are. I don't usually put any products on my eyebrows, but there was this a little palette, eyebrow palette with like a darker color and a much lighter color. This is the pack that I got. It is for your, well actually, no, it is for eyeshadows, never mind. So I got this one. It has, my first intentions for this eyeshadow palette was this lighter color. When I noticed this lighter color, it really caught my attention, and I thought I would use it for highlighting my face. So we're gonna see how that works after. And then there's this darker one that I'm gonna use to smoke out my eye. Like I mentioned, there weren't any eyeliners available. They were all sold out, so I thought I would use a darker shadow to try to get like a smoky eye look effect going on. Again, I'm gonna go in with this mini little spoolie brush. Because it's so tiny, it might get me like a precise smoky eye look. I'm just gonna apply it at the outer V of my eyes, just to get the little smoked out effect going on. Again, if you do tapping motions, the color seems to come on a little bit nicer and a little bit more pigmented. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with my usual blending brush, and I am just gonna blend it all out. And for some reason, when you really start blending these colors, they seem to come off. So I'm not gonna blend too harsh or too much. Okay, I feel like the dark shadow just completely disappeared after I blended out the color. So I'm gonna go back in with the same little mini brush and the color, and I'm just gonna put in a little bit more, but not too much. Just tapping it very lightly right on the edge, just to get that color back. Alright guys, so that's the best I can do. So now I'm gonna go back in with my powder that I used earlier, just to kind of clean up the lower end of my eyeshadows. Alright, so if you look a little closely, I did use that powder foundation, no, the finished powder, the pressed powder, and I cleaned up the lower parts of my eyes, and now it looks a little bit much better. It looks more cleaner and more smoked out. Now, what I'm going to be going in, I think, is I'm going to put a little bit on my lower lashes, a little bit of color. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of the darker colored purples and put a little bit of color under there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with this darker purple that I used for my crease area. And I'm actually going to go in with this brush that I don't even think works properly, but it's small and it will really get into that lower part of my eye area. Alright, so that's good enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that palette. I'm going to use this white frosty looking eyeshadow, and I'm going to go over my brow bone and a little bit in my tear duct. Oh yeah, that is frosty. Next, I'm going to be going in with mascara. I got so lucky with mascara because it was the last one there, or the last one that I can actually see in the whole aisle area. So this is the mascara that I found, and it is by LA Colors, and it's in very black. I like the size of it because it's small, tiny, and I hope the brush is thick enough to make my lashes have volume. It does say more volume at the bottom here, so we're gonna see if that is true or not. Okay, so if you look a little closely, this is the brush. Not so bad, so we're gonna apply some mascara. Okay, so I had to put a lot of mascara, like a ton of layers of mascara just to even get something going on. So it's not the greatest mascara. I'm not a big fan of it, but what are you gonna do? So next I'm gonna be bronzing my face, and I was really lucky. There were some bronzers left. Again, here's the bronzer that I got from LA Colors, and it is called Bronze right at the top of the box of the package. I did not buy a big brush because there weren't any big makeup brushes, so we're gonna see how the applicator is on this package, and if it's no good, then I will be using my normal bronzing brush. Okay, no way. It's actually not bad to contour, but no, I don't know. No, this is not right. Oh my goodness, I put way too much on. I will be going in with my absolute favorite bronzing brush, and we are just gonna use that. Actually, I'm gonna use a smaller one. I will be going in with this one. Oh. These products are really pigmented, so you think you're not picking up a lot, but you are, and then when you put it on your face, it's just crazy. Crazy, too much craziness. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in with my big bronzer brush and just really mix in everything together nicely, because I'm going to be going in with the blush that I got. Here's the blush that I got from, again, LA Colors, and it's called Pink Blush. I was really happy that they had this blush. And this comes with the weird applicator, but I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to be using my actual blush that I use to apply my normal blushes. So this is the blush brush that I use. I hope I said that right. But this is the one that I always use to apply my blush, and it's going to be the one that I use to apply today. This one, for some reason, it's not too pigmented. So it's not too bad. I'm going to be going in with that little eyeshadow palette that I got, the mini one with the lighter color and the darker color. If I can find it somewhere. Oh, this is it right here. I'm going to go in with the lighter color and I'm going to use it as my highlighting color. Actually, as my brush, I'm actually going to go in with this applicator because it is small, but I think it will do a good job for highlighting purposes. Not too bad. Not bad at all. And I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit. So that's that. I'm actually gonna go in with this brush and just completely try to blend everything out together. Okay. That worked. I'm just gonna go back in with that highlighting color quickly and just apply a little bit more. And when I mean a little bit, I really do mean a little bit more, just to get that color back. Right on my cheek bone. Oh. Before I forget, I'm gonna go in with highlight my other areas, such as my nose, I totally forgot, and a little bit on my Cupid's bow and my chin. So when I do highlight, I just put a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Just a little bit. And I'm going to put it on the edge of my nose, just a little bit. On my Cupid's bow, just a little bit again. And a little bit of my chin, just to make it look a little bit alive. I think we are coming close to the end. I am going to apply lipstick. I got a lipstick and a lip gloss. So here are the colors right here. They're both from LA Colors and they both have like a corally color shade to them. This one is called Coral Sheen and that's the lipstick. And the lip gloss is called Coral Crush. So I'm really excited to try them on. Of course I'm gonna put on the lipstick first and then the lip gloss. So let's see how these lipsticks. This is the first time using a dollar store lipstick. Oh, here it is right here, just a quick look. It is like a coral color. Oh my god. I think you really gotta pack it on there again. So I'm gonna go in, this is a lipstick called Coral Sheen. Not so bad, but it's not super pigmented. You really gotta apply it hard. Not like kind of harder than usual just to get some color going on. And then this is the lip gloss that I'm gonna be using just to go on top of it. Alright guys, that comes to the conclusion of my Dollar Tree challenge makeup tutorial. I would have to say overall the products weren't the greatest. Some of them were better than others. For the foundation, I really had to pack on layers and layers of foundation and the mascara as well just to even get something going. But the shadows weren't that bad. If you really want a pigmented color, they definitely are pigmented and you will definitely get the color no matter how much you pick up on your brush. The brushes, however, were not the greatest. I had to use some of my fingers actually. I had to use my fingertips and some of my blending brushes that I usually use for my crease area on my eyes. For the lips, again, the lipstick wasn't super pigmented. I really had to put on 2 or 3 layers, even almost 4 layers of the lipstick just to get the color to show. The lip gloss, same thing. It was a little bit more pigmented, but again, I had to put a couple layers on just to get the color, just to see the color on my lips. I'm definitely not used to dollar store makeup, so it was different for me, and I actually had a lot of fun doing this for you guys. I hope you had fun watching. I hope you learned something new. If not, that's okay. Anyways, that's it for today. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!